don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart.
Hey bud, you're new here. Let me give you a little piece of friendly advice. Stay away from that Vitaminogen. Yeah, like I said, you really won't like the results. Hello there everyone, this is Tom, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Mech Fans Toys Advanced Cyclonaus. It's number 19 in their line, and this is their version of, this is a KO. It is their version of an upscaled Iron Factory Cyclonis that they did. I was never fortunate enough to get the Iron Factory version, so I thought that I would get this and see what it's like. Let's go ahead and do box shots here real quick. This is the front of the box. Side of the box, you have this picture of Unicron, which is actually pretty nice. I don't know how well that comes off on camera. Top of the box, side of the box, you have that same thing. Bottom of the box, Chinese, probably says don't eat anything. And the back of the box, which has the product shots, movie clips, and red glowing eye Cyclonaus. Alright, so popping the box open, you get empty box. Okay, so Cyclonaus comes in a clamshell. You get your instructions in this little baggie. If any of you have watched my Dr. Wu weapons upgrade weapon set review, you may have noticed that I mentioned that the weapons came in this little baggie right here. Well, they opened the box. This came from TF Direct. They opened the box and they slipped them underneath here with it. So I actually thought that I didn't get the weapons, but that's a whole nother story. He comes with this spare gun right here. So let's take just a really quick minute and look at this gun. It's just a white gun. It's got some nice molding to it. And it's just got a peg. We'll set that aside for now. Take a real quick look at the instruction sheet. It's just 4 pages, 4 things. He transforms relatively easily. You got a pretty picture of that artwork there. Yeah, he's not difficult to transform, but he does have an issue, and I'll get into that here in a little bit. Opening up the clamshell, it's just clamshell. The figure comes right out. I say that as I can't get him out. Oh, and I want you guys to tell me, I'm trying this one without the mic, so let me know what you think. Mic, no mic, let me know. Okay, so here's that same gun cast in purple. It's the same thing, a little bit there. Here is his rifle, and it's got some really nice details on it, some molded in details. I wonder if the Iron Factory was this nice. I don't know. Okay, but enough about that. We're not here to look at the weapons, we're here to look at the figure. So why don't we do that? This is Cyclonaus. And right up front here, let me make sure we got enough light. Okay. So, you can see right away that he has some really nice eyes painted. So you can see he's got some white here on his thighs. He's got silver on his right here. He's got some yellow right there. He's got, it looks like there's fleck paint in there. It does. Interesting. He's got some silver right here. Going around the figure. He has nothing. Okay. There was no paint on the back of the figure that I could really see. Initial impressions. He's okay. I mean, he's not light, but he's not heavy either. There's no die cast that I can tell in it at all. He stood right out of the box. I mean, you all saw me literally pull him out. Let's see, how big is he? From tip to the top of his head, 5 inches, give or take. Shoulder to shoulder, and I'm going from here to here. Shoulder to shoulder looks like he's 3 inches, or a close proximity thereof. Alright. Let's see, can he hold his weapons? Seems to be fine. Seems to be fine. Okay. And just for shits and giggles. Yep, he can hold the white one too. Okay. So, let's really quickly do some size comparisons. Here he is next to their Galvatron, and I think that scales very well. Here he is next to their Ultra Magnus, and I think that scales pretty well too. Alright, here he is for you movie fans with Movie Bumblebee, and for you classic fans, here he is with Classics Prime. Just to give you a sense of scale, he's almost deluxe size. If you look at him in person, if Bumblebee represents a deluxe scale, and I know he's kind of leaning over a little bit, but if he represents deluxe, I mean they're very, very close in size. And remember, he's supposed to be a legend scale figure. Let's see, do I have a mainline Hasbro Deluxe handy? Yes, I do. Hot rod right here. So, if that is the actual deluxe size, then, well, the horns on the top of the head come off full. I mean, it looks different at this angle, but when I'm looking at it here, the top of his head comes up to about the crest, right here to about right here. But when you factor in the horns, he's coming into about right here. That's pretty close. That's pretty close in my book. So he's a pretty tall character. Alright. So I'm going to pause it right here. We've done initial impressions and size. And when we come back, we'll do transformation. I wanted to do 2 other really quick comparisons. Here he is with the Versus Optimus Prime, the one that I use for my Legend scale, because he's bigger and he scales the DX9 Mitron, which is in storage at the moment. But and here he is with the repaint of the Stealth Bomber Megatron that they put out for, what was the name of this last movie that they did? Whatever it was. But yeah, so he's right there. Whatever size this is, he's right there. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to transform Cyclonaus, but before I do that, I'm going to cover his articulation here real promptly. So his head here it swivels all the way around. It's on a mushroom, looks like it's on a mushroom peg, so you get no up or down, it's just left and right. Okay, be mindful of that. That'll actually play into it later. His shoulders are on a ball joint. I don't know how much you could see in there, but they're on a ball joint. They're limited. They can come out to right there. That's as far out as he can reach. They can do a full 360. It's nice and tight, but it's just kind of limited. As you can see, he's got a ball joint right there, which gives him a bicep swivel. His hands cannot rotate. They're just a painted piece, and they're pinned. Are they pinned? No, they may just be a clip, but they go up and down. That's their rotation. He does have a waist swivel, and that is surprising because I wasn't expecting that. Let's see. T-jointed ball joints for hips. Lets him do the full Chinese. And he should be able to do the American. Yep. Our good Cyclonaus can do the American splits as well. So there's that. He has a little bit of wiggle, and I mean it's just a little bit right there. He's got a mushroom peg right here, which allows for thigh rotation. Okay. His knee can bend all the way. That's due to transformation, but I mean you can get it all the way that you want it. Kneecap can wiggle up and down and adjust, making the knee look rather fluid, which is very nice. The toe can move up and down. There is no rocker. That's his articulation. Okay, now, before I go any further, and before somebody tells me, Tom, you mistransformed him. You missed a step. No, I didn't miss a step. I'm going to show you right now. Right here is a stress mark on this peg right here. And this stress mark comes from going into the port on the back of his head right here. And what happens is when you're transforming it, you push this down and that peg goes into that port. The problem is that the peg here is not angled at all. It's not angled at all. If it was, it would slide into this port a little bit and it would secure itself, but it's not. So if I push it in there, it's going to just pop off. So I'm not going to do that. I transformed him once before the camera was on, and it just didn't. No, we're just not going to do that. So just be aware. Transforming him, we begin by pushing his chest down, just like this. Okay? Next thing we do is we push his headpiece down. And again, this is where that would clip, but we're not going to do that. We take his feet, we fold them in on both sides. Okay? Then we rotate at the knee joint all the way up. And the feet have a little spot right here which is going to clip onto this little divot. It's got a divot and it's going to clip onto this post on both sides. Just right like that. And it's got a nice little satisfying click. I don't know if it came off, but yeah, this one did anyway. And these two don't pin together or anything. They're just there. They just there. That's good English. Rotate the hands down on both sides, and you have a port right here on the side and a pin. So just put that in place, both sides, and then you simply just fold down the wings and they will just kind of slip in this depression here, just like this. And again, remember, this would clip right here and go in right there, but we're just not going to do it. We're just not. And there is Cyclonaus in his vehicle mode. And he has oh, those go down, thrusters. He has a very nice vehicle mode. Weapon storage, he's got a hole right here which will accept the weapon. So you could use that weapon there if you wish. Alternatively, you can use the purple weapon should you so desire. Just like that. I mean, it's just that simple. Now these weapons have these cutouts, and I'm trying to figure out what they might be for. Anybody knows in the comment section, let me know. There's bound to be something that I just don't know with them. You know, they plug in somewhere, they do something. The instructions don't tell anything at all about why they have this cutout. So, yeah, okay. Let's see here. Size comparison modes. Size comparisons in this mode. That's what I meant to say. Let's get this down here where people can see a little bit better. Here Cyclonaus is next to Bumblebee. Here it is next to Cyberverse Ultra Magnus. Alright, let's see. Pull out the handy dandy ruler again. Give ourselves a sense of scale here. From tip to tip, looks like we're looking at, if I had to guess, 5.5 right about. I know it looks like it's about 6 on camera, but I'm looking at it in real life and it's about 5.5. Let's do wingtip to wingtip, just for shits and giggles. That's about 5 too. 5 as well. You can't see it. That's about 5. Yeah, it's about 5. Okay. So, there's transformed. There's that. Yeah, I think we're good. I had one last sense of scale I wanted to give you guys, and that is just with these two guys here that I have. Any of you that know who these are, then you probably can figure out what I'm eventually going to do with these. Okay. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does the Mech Fans Toys Advanced Series number 19 Cyclonaus scale with Metroplex? And here he is in the hand of Metroplex with the Sharkticon, just to give you guys a sense of scale. And he's obviously much bigger than the Sharkticon, the mainline Sharkticon. And there's Rickgar. Rickgar sitting there saying, "I like your guns." Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
I've got you under my skin.
Vitamin John. Apparatus are standing by.
Feel like a monster.